on me, you gon' get laid out so fast. Cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass.
Well, it was a common sight in the 80s and 90s, not quite as frequent since, but it's back. Playoff football in the Bay Area here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready up. But 9. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 21-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike the 59. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Check 24. Check 24. Yeah. Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Here we go. Here we go. Go. Slam.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Three and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12.
Mike spot 9. Mike spot 9. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. What? Tighten up. Tighten up.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Oh, he shifts past him. A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
At their own 28-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
49. Check 49. Check 49. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight up there.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson, eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
50. 50, Mike. 50. Hey, keep it up. Keep it up. Shoot.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion.
Tackle. Strong right. Check four.
They run it with Carson. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Watch the twist. Gun.
On second down now, it's Carson. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
Check, crunch. Bang.
Third and long, it's Wilson. Flush to his right. And he's got Lockett. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 44-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Touch 50.
Now it's Carson. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
14.
Here's Carson. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's Wilson. And this is going to be hauled in. Oh, what a catch at the 10. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards.
Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. Jim. Check 99. Check 99. 25. Check 25. Check 25.
From the shotgun, Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys? Coming off the last game, you're playing on Thursday night. Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
So 3rd and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense.
Watch the twist, watch the twist. Watch safety 3. 40. Keep walking. Check 31, check 31.
Again, Wilson to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
And his kick is good. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know. We know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Target. Go. Check 59, Mike. Go.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down.
You ain't doing nothing today.
$3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. They've got a 3rd down and 5 to start things out.
Here we go. Check 59. I got one. Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". Coming. Mike, check, 59. It's our field. Good field. Hey, it's our house. Check 59, Mike is 59.
They'll look to throw here. It's caught by Coleman. The 21 yards there as they convert on third.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Let's set a tone.
On first down, here's Breida. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I can't help it. Every time I see Eric Berry make a play, as we just saw him make a tackle there, I just want to stand up and applaud.
Because he went to Tennessee like you?
Well, that doesn't hurt one bit, but how about the comeback? I mean, he came back from beating cancer and getting back to Pro Bowl level, one of the best players in the game.
And some space here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 33 and a first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Watch the screen.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Tevin Coleman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Gold with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know,
and a big loss here as he's taken down. D. Ford. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Check safety, check. Spot that. He's checking. Cracks.
Here's Wilson.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. It's complete to Lockett. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Man, let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Eight yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Okay, just like that. Just like that.
From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
You're not ready. Undercrunch, undercrunch, undercrunch.
Right back to Coleman here on 1st down. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. 2nd quarter action, 1:56 remaining. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
Go. I got it. Yeah. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say,
play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Ready? 59, mark. Check, 59. Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop. Check. Echo. Mike 5-9. I'm coming. Hey. Mike, check, 59.
Back to throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Watch the screen. Pass. Check 43.
This is Carson. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. A tackle that time by Akella Witherspoon. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down.
Under 10, Mike right. 10.
Now it's the backup Keenum. That's into the hands of the tight end Boyle. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Play action. It's Keenum. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, but it'll be 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Check. Hey, on. Check out.
The final shot before half for Keenum. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Motion, motion, motion. Terry left, Terry left.
Now a give right side. Carson. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Second down a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
And it's 3rd down.
Here goes the high. Wait, please. Hey, easy. Hey, let's go. 4th one. Mike 50, Mike 50. Mike, down. Come on. Hey, Haywood.
From the gun, here's Keenan. Trying to lay one up deep. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Mike, check. 59. Pick it up. Pick it up. Check 59. Mike is go. Mike to 59.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Ball trot.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Let's go.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Mike, check, 59.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Jalen Hurd, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off.
Check 24, check 24. 36. Whip. Watch the whip.
On play action, they'll throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to Jerome Baker.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking, but to me it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Seahawks will take over at their own 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now, this one complete on the slant route. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 29-yard line.
Here goes the hot. Blue 20. You got nothing left. You got nothing. Kill, 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 kill. Slam, slam. Hey, easy. Hey, let's go. False one. Hey, 3, some hot. Rush in. Rush in.
Out of the gun, Keenum. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Check 26, check 26. Check. Motion, motion,
On third down, it's Carson. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
A handoff to Breida to begin the drive. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Check 52.
Eddie Weber. 54, right there. 54, Mike. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh!
They run again with Breida. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
54. I'm trying to collect. Hey, 1-7. Check Mike 54. Go on. 54. So don't say nothing. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
He'll look to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. This defense tried to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Sponge, sponge, sponge. No, no, no. Go. Banjo.
They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll look to throw. Open man is heard. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They run with Breida. Oh, he's got a little daylight. 20. There he goes left side. Touchdown, 49ers. Matt Breida, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Now Gold for the extra point. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken at his 4. And a good return up past the 30, but was it aided by an illegal block or a hold? Let's see. So that will push him back.
And now we know why he had a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
Here we go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Don't be scared. Boy. 52, here we go. That's trash. 6 guys. Hey, go Rogers. I got you.
Working from the gun, Keenum. Wide open receiver, complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 16 yards, a first down. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Keenum now on first down. He'll find Metcalf. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Keenum now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Roger.
Shotgun snap for Keenum. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
No, Roger.
To the air again, Keenum. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 36.
Hey, take 1, man. Take 33.
On 1st and 10, here's Keenum. That one going to be complete to David Moore. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
First down.
Here goes the high. Here we go. Here's 52. Take 2. Hey, easy. Hey, let's go. 4th one. Kill. 52, 57 down.
Throwing on first down is Keenum. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Check 3, check. Very left. Hey, we're good. 50, Mike, 50. Hey, here I come. Here's a 5.
Keenum to throw again. That is incomplete. Akello Witherspoon, really good coverage from the Colorado man, getting a hand in on it. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, No more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. Hey, watch it. Watch it. Hey, easy. Hey, let's go. 4th one.
Keenum throwing once more. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Keelan Cole, the intended target.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. That's going to set them back 5 yards.
Good job. That was a great play. Good job.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
This is Breida. And he'll be taken down at the 18. They get the penalty yardage back plus a yard, 6-yard gain, and it's 2nd and 9. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Crunch time, defense. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. So that'll back them up 5.
Set. 15 on it. Take back. Hey, what do you want?
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It's a gain of 34.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage. The stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Check 9.
Now it's Breida. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And down right around the 37. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Run. Slam. Right there. 54 Mike. Bandit. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. You must be getting tired of seeing us.
They'll set up a throw. Rolling to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Devondre Campbell flies in to blow that play up.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Mike 27. I'm coming after you. Watch twist. Ready.
2nd and 15. Deep ball for Goodwin. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Give him 32 yards as we inch our way to the 2-minute warning.
Complete to Marquise Goodwin. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Now a loose football. Coleman lost it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They come up in an offset eye. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. That one looks like he'll throw here. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end. But now it's 3rd and goal.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Now the 49ers electing to leave the offense out there and go for 2.
Shoot.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. Let's do it.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Watch the shit. Watch the shit. Hey, 3-3, hot. Shit. Hey, go, Roger. Tighten up.
Keenum. And he's got the hook up to Moore. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. Keenum now, 8 of 17 so far, under 50%.
Hey, team 6. Team 6. Mike, 8. Go down, 52. Kill. Turn up. Kill. 22. 22.
A shotgun snap for Keenum. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. That'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Hey, Mike's right. You got tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
Keenum again here on 2nd and 10. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all that yardage. That would be a big play.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Keenum. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on.
Now a play fake here on first down. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Handoff, Coleman, right side. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Coleman now. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. So the victory here for San Francisco. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter. But second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for